We're here with Kevin, and he just got second place at the Swiss Nationals. Just came short of his second national title. Yeah, you played Kashtira, right?
Right, yeah.
And now, show us your list.
All right, so played pretty standard. Triple Unicorn, triple Fenrir, double Ricehard, one Scareclaw and one Ogre. Not much to say there. Triple Theosis, triple Birth, the 4 field spell, and one Big Bang in the main deck. I don't think it's needed to say like much to this engine. It's pretty much standard. I guess I think you have to play 3 of all these cards. And now probably to the best part of the deck, you can play Shifter, and this is like pretty much an auto win against a lot of decks. Gamma as one of the most impactful hand traps, just double Ash and double Impermanence. So these slots are very, I guess, like controversial-ish. Ash is not that good at the moment, but on the one hand, you kind of have to respect Branded, and it's versatile. You can activate it under Ricehard. The same goes for like Infinite Impermanence. It's not really that impactful, but in the end, I decided to play it just to have a solid number of hand traps that were like versatile. You definitely don't have to run them, so I'm not sure if I would play them again. And for the last slots of the deck, you have the Consistency card, Pot of Prosperity, and for the non-engine like kind of board breaker-ish cards, I decided to play the Book of Moons. They're especially good in a mirror match, but also they are quite good against a lot of decks. For example, Purely, you get sometimes in a situation where they have like a plump with a trap set, and like the draws don't really matter at that point, but if you can interact with the trap and prevent the Noir from hitting the field, that's very good. And for probably like the worst case scenario for Book of Moon is if you go second against the full combo Super Heavy Samurai, where you probably lost anyways, but at least it would be like a 1-for-1 trade, so it's at least decent. Then I played one Talons and one Frost in the main deck. The Frost in the main deck at first glance doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, because I don't really have a card really to set if I go first, besides like Impermanence or the Big Bang, which you never do. But the Frost was in my main deck as a votive card for the siding pattern, so it will make more sense if I show you my side deck. But this is for the main deck, 40 cards, most of it pretty standard. Yes, so...
Did you like that you didn't play Droll in the main deck?
Yeah, sure, that's an important point. Yeah, Droll is in my side deck, you will see it in a bit, but I decided against the Droll and Lockbird because it's weird. If like the more popular the Droll gets, the less impactful it becomes. So more people will respect it. And for example, in the mirror match, like the best point to draw your opponent, if you play the mirror general against Kashtira, is if they activate like a terraforming, a field spell search, a Pot of Prosperity. But these are all the points where they can really hurt you with a Gamma in hand. And pretty much at that point, every Kashtira is playing a Gamma, and this goes for a lot of decks. Also, like Purely, like half of the time they play in the draw phase, and especially if you go, or if they go second, they have all like their cards are live in the draw phase, so the draw doesn't really do much there. The only deck that really get hurt by draw is Super Heavy Samurai. There are a few combos and the builds are changing that they are not getting hurt that much. But yeah, that's pretty much the reason I decided against the draw in the main deck, and only for a side deck slot. I would not change that. I really didn't miss it, and draw didn't like, overperform or anything. It just prevented some heavy combos. That's it.
Yeah, and also like the Shifter hits every deck, which is not the mirror match, way harder.
Shifter is way more versatile, and besides the mirror match and maybe some rogue decks, it just destroys everything. So it's way better. Like especially in a national format here in Switzerland or whatnot, where we expected different decks. Yeah, and like Book of Moons and stuff are in the main deck to counter the mirror match in the main deck. So it worked out in the end.
Fair enough. Let's show us your extra deck or side
Yes,
deck.
sure. Extra deck, again, not really very special. Play triple Rizard. You have to play this, otherwise you get destroyed in a mirror match. Double Kashtira and double Big Eye. This is probably like the second most important card to play multiple of, besides like triple Rizard, especially for the mirror match. If you only play like one Big Eye, they always will take the Big Eye and you will lose the grind game. Double Zeus, one Mind Hacker, one Dogcom Dragon, and one Donner. This is pretty much set. I think you kind of have to play this in the Kashtira deck, and the other 3 slots are more like flexible-ish. I played the Omega instead of Axel and Baron, because also like I only played like, Ash as a level 3 tuner. So Omega is like way better in this. Then I played probably the worst card in my extra deck, the Goliath. It never came up. So this for sure needs to be something like Dracossack. I played in the final against Ghost and Match Control, so against the Labyrinth, and Dracossack would have helped there. So this card never came up. We'll not gonna play this again. And the last card is Linguribo, and this is like a personal preference. I'm just afraid of an Ibli lock, and I know you would have you would need to play 2 if the mirror match is Ibli locking you, but the Kashtira mirror match needs to draw the Ibli, and this is not what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of Sprite getting the Ibli. I'm afraid of getting like the Ibli locked by Super Heavy Samurai, which can summon the Gigantic. So this is the reason why this is in my extra deck.
Fair enough.
And for my side deck, as mentioned before, the draw like mainly for Super Heavy Samurai. Then I played triple Lava Golem. I decided to play this over Kaichus or Sphere Mode or Kurikara, which you cannot really play in a Kashtira deck, and also over something like Dark Ruler No More, because Dark Ruler No More just loses against the Spell Canceller, and I was expecting a lot of Spell Canceller game 2 and 3 in the Super Heavy Samurai deck. So this is very versatile. You can board it in against the mirror match, because no monobody's Arise passing anymore. You can play in against purely as well, because like most of the time they end on more than one monster, and against Super Heavy Samurai of course as well. So this shined, and this was a very good decision to play. Then I played one Change of Heart, one Feather Duster, and one Herald of the Abyss as searchable one-offs for my Frost, and with that goes 2 more editions of Frost. Maybe I show you the other cards first. I then played 3 of different traps, 1 barrier, 1 different dimension ground, and 1 a pointer. And the logic here is that no matter if you go first or second, you pretty much will always side in the Frost. Going second, of course, you have the power spells to search, and going first, if you get interrupted, and in a heavy hand trap format like this, you can at least set one of a turn skip-ish card like Barrier or DDG against certain matchups, and the point is just like a overall good card again, like going first against pretty much everything.
Well-rounded, giving you the information about the hand, knowing how to play.
Correct. This is came up clutch many times. So this is the logic, and I wanted to play triple Frost regardless. First, they were all 3 were in my main deck, but I needed to make space for the 15th card, because I only play like Duster for trap-ish decks, and I wanted to play a second card that at least like does something. So I decided to play the Preparation in my side deck. Reasoning here is, like I said, against trap decks. It's supposed to be good against trap decks because you can grind a little bit more. And it's alright-ish or decent against the mirror match as well. So I ended up playing the Preparation. And kids, remember, you cannot summon from the graveyard. Very important point there. Yes, that's the reason. And because of that, one of the Frosts moved to my main deck. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we saw you picking up that feather duster with the pot as the 6th card, and
Yeah, yeah.
Leo and me from the casting table, we were just going crazy.
Yeah, the one of needed to put in work. Yeah,
Yes, he did. Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
huge congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you.
And now I have a special question
Yes.
from the chat. I was looking through and they asked you, do you have a special shuffling routine for that big biceps?
Yes, just shuffle a lot of cards, get you serious mess. No, that's just a joke. No, yeah, like train good, eat good, sleep well. That's a very important point. Sleep well. It also helps in the tournament. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Consistency.
Yeah. Do you have any other shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to the team, of course. Especially huge shout out to Lukas Rondecker. All the cards here on the table are his cards. I wouldn't have a deck without him. He was the assistant headshot of the event. So huge shout out to him. Thank you very much for the cards. And yeah, thank you. Like I said, for the team. Thank you.
Thanks a lot and enjoy your day.
Thank you, you too. Bye bye.